So this is already on.
Yes, both.
Okay.
¿Cómo están? Hello, hello, my friends. Well, this time everything is going to be in English because I have a special guest, my lovely and the one rule my heart, which is my husband. Thank you, honey, for being here with me.
You're welcome.
I know it's a little weird for us, for whoever is in. We live in YouTube and we live in Facebook. So I announced it that we are going to be live today, and we are have conversations, different conversations today. So how you feeling?
Not expected. I really, I don't know if I'm going to really be myself in front of a camera today.
Well, he's very funny. Even if you see him serious, he's very funny. That is what I'm marrying him.
But yes, this is a challenge for me. So anyway, I guess that Patty wanted me to sit and discuss, our relationship and things that we've done and what's gotten us here together. And those people don't get mad at me. Maybe I'll just look straight like this and everybody can see me. But anyway, Patty and I met back in 2006, and I came from Pennsylvania to North Carolina because I always liked North Carolina. This is a state that I fell in love with a long time ago. Through some personal things that happened in Pennsylvania, I decided it was time for me to leave, so I did. And I came here and with my mindset that I was happy to be alone for a while and live in this house. Then I started frequenting different restaurants and stuff in the town, and I ran into, I come into a little Mexican restaurant I liked quite a bit. The food was good, and where I grew up, there wasn't Mexican food. I never ate Mexican food when I come to North Carolina, other than maybe Taco Bell, which isn't Mexican food. But anyway,
you're learning that now, right?
And I think maybe my mother bought some of those crunchy shells at one time that we stuffed hamburger in or something. I don't know. But I started frequenting this restaurant, in which that's where Patty worked. So, one thing led to another, and eventually I got brave enough to ask her out, and I provided her my phone number. That's what it was. I gave her my phone number because she wouldn't give me hers. So she said, "I'll call you when I get off work." And I said, "Okay, what time do you get off work?" She said, 11. I said, "Okay." So I come home. And at that time, I had two phones. So I had three phones. I gave her three telephone numbers. I had my personal phone, I had a work phone, I had a landline. And none of them rang. So I went back to the restaurant the next day. She said, "I lost your number." I said, "Why'd you call?" That's how we got. She was very cautious. She didn't understand why a gringo would want to be with a Mexican woman, but I didn't look at it that way. I mean, attraction's attraction, and doesn't really matter what nationality you're from or what color you are or anything like that. That has nothing to do with it. But she didn't want to. She didn't.
We exchanged flags.
She couldn't believe that a gringo would want to be attracted to her. There's ulterior motives, so to speak. But there wasn't. It was a good challenging courtship. I think everything was done in caution. I had three kids, of course, older, and her two, and then we had to blend family of five together. We had to make sure that was going to work.
Hola, Leah, ¿cómo estás? We have somebody watching us already and in Facebook. And if you please text in something, tell us if you hear us well and clear. If you're hearing everything, my husband and Greg, his name is Greg, and he's the one that ruled my heart, like I said in the beginning. Let us know if somebody is there. Tell us in YouTube, if somebody is in YouTube connected, please write it on something. If you have questions for me, for Greg, let us know if you have any specific questions about how is our relationship. We actually, what happened in us is that we exchange flags, and actually we have two flags now in this house, so we're proud of that. And well, I want to show you what is my handsome husband I have.
She needs new glasses.
No, but thank you for watching us on Facebook. We have already 3 people watching. Thank you for being here. Everything is going to be in English today because my guest is a American and he only speak English. Yes, yes, he only speak English. So what tell us why you don't want to learn Spanish?
Well, several different reasons. The biggest reason, well, I guess there's 2 main reasons. Number one is when Patty's mad at me, I don't know what she's saying, which is beneficial to our relationship because if she's throwing insults, it doesn't hurt because I don't know what she said. And secondly, I don't plan on going to Mexico. I plan on staying in the United States. So I don't see the need to speak Spanish. So I'm kind of an old redneck, I guess you want to say.
Yes, you are.
I'm happy with just one language, which I don't even completely speak properly to begin with. So learning another one would be kind of hard for me.
And that was one thing I want to talk about with you guys. That when I was learning, how spelling the English language, now how was remember that stuff that he was doing something, and I went to him and I say, honey, say how spell young, and he answered me, why? And I say, because I get so mad. I was so angry with him because he asked me why I wanted, I understand that he want to know why. And basically, hello, Carol. Carolina is watching this. Hello, welcome. And I asked him, Angel Romy, oh, thank you. Angel is looking at Romy. My friend Romy is in YouTube already too. Is looking us in YouTube because I have this right here. She typing. Did you hear us good? Let me know if you are hearing us good. Let us know, okay? Because we are at the story. Yes.
The story is, she come in and she says, honey, can you help me spell the word young? And I says, why? And she says, because I want to know how. And I says, why? And she said, I just told you I want to know how. I says, honey, the letter Y. Oh.
So that is how I learned English, asking him questions, come back to him all the time and asking him, hey, can you tell me, can you teach me what I mean this, what I mean that? So basically is what I did. Thank you, Romy, for sharing this streaming live in your pages. I really appreciate that. Thank you to all my followers in YouTube. I want to say thank you for watching this video. And now that we have this long together, we always talk about
27 years.
Almost feels like 40. But yes, we have our ups and downs, right? Like normally, regular.
I don't know. I would say it's normal because we're just 2 people, but I don't know if anybody has really faced. Every relationship has challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Some are different than others.
Mm-hmm.
Our challenges with, I think our family challenges were just as normal could be, but we went through challenges with the legal issues with,
Mm-hmm.
with becoming the American citizen and again, going through immigration, all that stuff. And it was a battle. And I mean, that's where we suffered through our most emotion of our whole relationship is because we would get excited for a couple of days, then all of a sudden we get another letter saying we got to go do this now. So it would be like, and this went on for years. I mean, it wasn't a month-long thing. It wasn't a 2-month-long thing. This was 5 years, wasn't it? 5 years.
Well,
5 or 6 years.
Just
to get to the point where you were now got your residence, but you weren't a citizen yet.
Yes.
So it took 5 years just to get to that point.
So
and you talk about strain on a relationship, a strain on a marriage, then you've got little language issues going on sometimes. So basically, misunderstanding of what I was saying and misunderstanding what she was saying on top of all this stuff. I think we handled everything really well. I really did. She only made me sit on the couch a couple times. I mean, maybe locked the door a few times, but other than that, we did really, really. I think that's just not in a normal relationship. If you're normal, if you're married in Mexico, you don't have these challenges.
Yeah.
If you're married to and a citizen of the United States, you don't have these issues. So we had that on top of just getting to know each other and suffering the consequence. Not suffer, I shouldn't say it that way, but the challenges of getting to know each other and what you do in a normal relationship.
Yeah.
So I think a relationship like we have is a lot more challenging, I think.
Yeah, because we have more obstacles that are regular,
That's the word.
obstacles that more people or regular, Betty. Oh, my sister is watching. Hello.
I did.
Yeah, she sent us all that pictures. Yes.
Looks just like you too. I knew that was you just looking at the picture. Tell her what I just said.
Betty dice que ya sabía al ver la calcomanía que pusiste ahí, sabía que eras tú. Por cómo luce la calcomanía, se parece a ti. Solo está haciendo un chiste. But my question was, come back to the question, and I really enjoy what you say, and it's true, and we talk about this all the time, and your perspective, how it's changing all these years that we've been together. Now that you understand a little bit more the Hispanic culture in your eyes of 100% American, because you
Okay, I misunderstood your question. Okay, I'm with you now. What has changed about me from where I grew up? I grew up in a very rural community in Pennsylvania. There was a whole town of 1,000 people. I think it's down to like 800 people now, but it's a very, very, very small community. Villages in Mexico were probably bigger than this little town I grew up in. So therefore, there was no really outside people. You might have had Germans, and you might have had German ancestry, Italian ancestry, different ancestries there. But there was no Hispanics. There's no Afro-American culture, no Orientals, no Asian, nothing. So basically, I got to know other cultures through previous relationships, and I was an over-the-road truck driver for years, and therefore it took me all over the country, and therefore I got to meet a lot of different people and see a lot of different things, but not everyday interaction. Is that correct, Roger?
Amelia is watching.
I said, "Hi, little girl. How you doing?" But anyway, there's my little baby girl. Anyway, so when Pat and I got together, of course, at that time, like I said, it wasn't. I didn't look at her. I didn't need them anyway. I didn't look at it as her being Mexican. Like I said, that wasn't the attraction. But anyway, then I realized that I had to be part of her. I had to be part of her family, her family, adopted family, I guess. You want to say here in the United States. And I was well received, and they made me feel very comfortable, and they pull jokes on me and stuff because they knew I didn't know what they were talking about, and they get the biggest kick out of it. And when I finally figured it out, I would get back at them in a different way. So I did little things back at them, but you looked at the close knit, the close knit families of the Hispanic culture, where everything's family this, family that. Family oriented. That's the word. Okay, yeah, that's it. And everything revolves around the family. I mean, you go there and there's as many kids as there's adults, which, like I said, we come from a small community, but like I said, I was always really surprised about that. It was kids everywhere. I mean,
first time that I invited him to a party from my friends, which I sent him a kiss in Burlington, North Carolina. All the family for Mrs. Maria, Mama Maria, and they are from my same town, and we have parties, and most of the viewers are Hispanic, so and Americans. I send them kisses. Brian is watching, Junior is watching, and probably Angie is watching later on. These are my other kids. you know, and I send you kisses. Thank you for watching, sharing. Share, this is my dad. Please show him how handsome he is. Anyway, so the first time, so the first time, just squid more over here. So with when I invited him the first time to a party, you know, with my friends, they start talking to him. Some of them, you know, they were talking to them, and some of them they come and say hello. I'm such a such whatever, and he start feeling like, okay, you know, what these people doing? So, and after they fitting him and everything, and we pull all the chairs, all the tables, and we start dancing. For him, after that, he told me it was amazing, right?
The biggest shock is the house was full. Everybody, I mean, it's not just when I say full, I mean full people, full. They just carried furniture outside so they could dance, and I'm going. I'm just sitting there going,
what is going on?
Are we moving, or is this like move day, or what? They just like, then the speakers come out and the music starts playing, everybody starts dancing. I'm going, wow, this is just amazing. It blew my mind. It really did. But
So
it was a lot of fun.
You enjoyed it, right?
It was a lot of fun. We went to a lot of parties, and we had a lot of fun. A lot of the kids. When you talk about family, and one of the things I wanted to mention, we went to a party one time, and this little guy comes by on this three-wheel bicycle selling ice cream. So my one daughter, she's in the little swimming pool. She wasn't very old, what, 8, 9, 7, 8, something like that. Mm-hmm. And then her two best friends, come get some ice cream. When I said that, the other 65 children heard that. I had to borrow money to pay for all the ice cream because I was only buying for 3 people, and I didn't have enough money in my pocket to buy everybody's ice cream. And the guy left happy because we bought all the ice cream. But I didn't know where these kids came from. I have no idea. I don't even know if they're there at the party, if they was just neighborhood kids. I'm not sure. I really don't know, but they just
got all the kids that was in the party. Right? Yeah, if crazy. You guys have any question for us, let us know. Type it in there and let us know if you want to know something. You know, we are live on YouTube too. So if you want to go to my YouTube channel, we are here. So thank you, Romy, for being in YouTube. And thank you. If you want to share it, if you have a question, let us know that you listen to us. If you listen to us very well over here too, thank you for being here. And but you know, you always tell me like your perspective of your view change about everything. About change, you know, how you think before you marry me and you see all the.
What was my phrase a couple weeks ago? I said, oh man, I can't think what I said to Jesus that day. We were talking, mm-hmm. and Jose when they were here that day, mm-hmm. and it was. It's not so. Oh, I know what I said. It's not so much. Is that it's racism? It's was it ignorance? Ignorance. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by ignorance is not educated and not understanding how other things and how their cultures work. It's basically, like I said, I come from a real small backwoods part of Western Pennsylvania, lovely town, great people, but we had no interaction with anybody else. So therefore we were ignorant how everybody else lived in the world. Mm-hmm. So basically it comes down to the point where racism, 90% of the time, I think it's because people don't know. People don't, if you don't interact, you don't know. Who are you laughing at?
Well, Greg Jr., which is our son, he is asking, he say, he want to know how you understand Spanish now. Because you understand when we have a conversation.
I understand.
He's sneaky. Yeah, he's sneaky.
If I sit and listen and watch the people that I know, I can watch and listen and I don't know exactly what they're saying, but I know what they're talking about. And I'll intervene once in a while, and everybody look at me and say, you do know Spanish. No, I just know what you're talking about. I don't know what you said, but, you know, and I'll just throw a comment in there or my opinion, which is my opinion. But anyway.
Selena is watching. Romy too.
They're talking, what you talking about yesterday? And I said, and I caught you at it. And you just looked at me and I just walked back out the door.
Yes. So we yesterday we was cooking and everything. I was talking with my daughters, and they came yesterday, and actually we was talking in Spanish, and he understand everything. So he understand. A lot of people asking me, did he speak Spanish? And I say no, but he understand what he wants to. So he can, you can turn on, you have a turn on and off button,
Well,
right?
if I want to know something, yeah, it doesn't really matter to me if I just happen to catch it. But I just look at it that if you want me to
So
be part,
if you focus, you think that you can catch it up.
no, I could never learn Spanish. I think it'd be very difficult for me. Like I said, I have a hard time speaking English, so I don't know about speaking Spanish. I don't know if I could do it. I tried to roll
There you
Mars
go.
once, and I can't.
Hey, Lalo is watching from Burlington. My brother-in-law. I love you. I love you, brother. Besos,
Yeah,
besos.
he is watching.
Yeah, he's watching. Thank you for being here today. And you know, I make this live for everything is going on around the globe, and this is a little bit entertaining. We don't even want to talk about it. So we want to talk about our, you know, how we met, how, you know, our relationship has been growing. Yes, has been ups and downs, and I've been learning. You know, I'm learning about American culture a lot. I'm really like I absorb the culture. You know, I really love this country because this country has, you know, embraced me and helped me learn and grow and all a lot of things. So, um, so tell me about your when you visit. Remember when we was dating and you visit my apartment and you find out the size of my TV.
We first got together. I mean, like I said, everything was done slowly and then cautious. I think we were probably seeing each other for maybe a month. I guess it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know where she lived, and she invited me over. She finally told me where it was, and which I went. And I just, you know, I just was totally amazed. I walked in, and Patty's single mom, tried to take care of two girls, and I found it amazing when I turned and looked at the coffee table, and there's TV. It was this big, and that was their TV, and it sat on the coffee table, and
Oh, that was in a box, carton box.
I thought it was a table there. Maybe that was a long time
Okay,
ago.
well, yes.
And walked around, and you know, her furniture was old. Um, Mattresses on the floor, and I'm looking, and I'm feeling kind of ashamed because I felt like at that point I felt like I had so much that I was filthy rich because my beds had frames, my TV was big, and I thought at this point these three people are happy. They're happy. They're happy all the time, just happy, laughing, having fun, happy. And then there's all this stuff I got. So I'm thinking, you know, it isn't material things. It's just looking at life and being happy. Um, so it was a shock to me. I mean, it was something else I thought about, and you know, look back on my past life and different things, and I realized at that point that it doesn't matter what you have if you're not happy. So you got to be happy, and that's all there is to it. You guys got to be happy.
That is the message today from that testimony from him. Thank you for watching, Mariana. Mariana is watching too. Mariana is my daughter, my other daughter. So Brian Jr., Mariana is watching. I think Jevi, which is the youngest one, she is working right now, but she can watch it later. So sharing with her, sharing, help us grow. I'm doing live in YouTube, so sharing, please, and help us grow. Help me grow in the Facebook and YouTube channel, a live in YouTube channel. Thank you for being here. And we are talking about experience. We're talking about, I have my lovely husband here with me sharing his experience about married to a Mexican. And I'm Mexican married to American. Yes, we are like crisscross. We are sharing flags. If Sevi is watching, you know, I was talking with Sevi the other day about flags, teaching him, which is my grandson. And I say, you are rich. You are lucky. And he say, why, Tita? I said, because you have 3 flags. Because my son-in-law is Colombian, so he have American, Mexican for his mother, and a Colombian flag for his Colombian father. So, we are multicultural, family, basically.
Yeah, we got Italian,
Uh-huh.
Vietnamese,
Mm-hmm.
Mexican,
Mm-hmm.
Colombian.
Mm-hmm.
It got to be something else. We're missing something.
Emilia is Argentina. Argentina,
Yeah.
Emilia. Yeah, we multicultural
We
family. Yes.
We pretty much carry a lot of flags in this town.
Yes, we are carrying a lot of flags, friends. So if you are watching from YouTube, share. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being here in YouTube. Do you have any questions for yo, Betty? Greg es tu invitado especial de hoy. Lo veo. Sí. My sister said that my special guest today is very good in talking in front of the camera, and you are very relaxed. He was a little nervous, but I say, we just talk. We're talking all the time. We fight about who's talking more.
Yeah, it's one thing that I will say. We got 2 alpha dogs living in this house, and there's where you can see some head bucking going on, because basically we had to learn to let each other do their thing because we weren't going to agree with it anyway.
Yes, and that is the other thing that I want to talk about it. Greg, did you hear us good? Hey, Mariana is in YouTube watching now. Thank you for watching us. That way, yes, a lot of hearts. I know she loves us. But tell us if you're hearing good. Just send me a message through YouTube if you're hearing well. Let me know, and let me see. Let me know if you are watching with a good experience through YouTube. So, but I want to thanks everybody. Juan Camaney, say hello, Patty. Hola, Juanchis. Juan Camaney, he was working with me at on one in the channel with my uh TV show. What?
We got to turn Be Fearless around.
I know.
It's backwards when I'm looking at it here.
I know.
So it's got to be backwards in them too, right?
Yes, it is backwards.
So we need to turn that around.
Yes. So well, what I want to say too is he helped me fix this place. I listen to you. I know a lot of people be sending messages. Eddie, your my sticker is switch. I need it's backwards, so I need to switch it. But when I buy it, I need to buy it switch for mirroring. So basically, it's buying for mirroring. But anyway, so thank you for being here. Thank you. You have any questions? We can hear good in both places. Well, thank you, baby. Thank you very much. So I'm just testing my YouTube channel. So if you're watching through Facebook, share it, please. Thank you very much. And help me grow my experience here in YouTube and Facebook. And I'm into Instagram too. I'm learning how to do it. So thank you very much. So my show is Mente y Actitud Positiva, which means mind and thinking positively. So basically, that is what I'm talking about. I want to bring Greg today because we want to talk about, how positive is our life, how we're doing, even if we have a lot of obstacles in our marriage to the last, 13 years, 14 years?
27.
Well, yeah, almost 27 years. No, it's not. But, we've been have a lot of obstacles, but we coming through. Yes, we argue, we scratch ourselves sometimes, but it's that is the message of today. We have to go through whatever is front of us, and we've been growing together a lot too. So if you have any question, let me know.
I just want to let everybody know that.
Okay.
If we wouldn't argue so much if you just realize I'm right in the beginning and be done with it. That would just save a lot of fighting. I'm just
so he want to be right all the time. That is one of the things, and me too. So that is something that we have to go over. I want to say hello to everybody that is watching in Facebook and some people watching in YouTube. Thank you very much. I'm just testing, and let us know, what did Emilia say? We are hearing good now. Yeah. But okay, thank you very much. And well, do you want to add something to this conversation? You want to mention something about how you feel about the whole think how we've been become together when you went to Mexico. What is your experience about that?
Mexico was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge. It wasn't the country, it wasn't the people that was the challenge. It was not having what I have here at home, things that I miss, like a shower, hot running water shower, air conditioning, things like that. The convenience stores, things that we take for granted, things that you can just go on every corner and get here in the United States, where you can't do that there. The culture, the people, everything is great. I mean, the country's beautiful, and you can't say anything about that. That's not positive. It was just, like I said, we could just jump in the car, we can run to the convenience store, run to the gas station, buy anything you want at the gas station here in America. You come home, you're hot, you turn the air conditioner on. You come home, you're cold, you turn the heater on. You quit in the shower, you turn the hot water on. All that stuff that we have, and you take it for granted. Now, I'm not saying all parts of Mexico don't have those amenities. I was in a small, very part of it. But it's things that the majority of the people don't have down there that we do have. I'm sorry, I quit lying. That we do have here, and the majority of Americans have that. But it's like I said, our relationship, it's been fantastic. It's been learning. We still learn every day about each other, but we've learned what more and more every day, which makes our life smoother and smoother. So it's like Patty starting this channel. I pushed her and pushed her and pushed her and pushed her to do things, and this is really where she wants to be. And I hope it's successful for them. I'm supporting her 100%.
So share it, please.
She likes to talk. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I mean, she's better than radio because it never fades. It just keeps going and going and going and going. So it doesn't matter. You can change states and the volume is the same. So, but yeah, she doesn't tire of talking. She loves people. People love her. So it's been. That's one of the nicest things too. We go places and people fall in love with her, and I think it's because she got the gift of gab. She likes to talk.
Talking is helping. So, like I say in my other shows and everything, whatever you learn from this, that is what I want to share. If you have any questions, if you have any obstacles in your marriage that right now, think about it. Maybe you have the same language in home, and you think you have challenges, but you can get over your challenge even though you have the same language. Now imagine people, they have a different language. For us has been a challenge, the communication part. And still, because sometimes I don't understand what he say. Even if I don't understand English, he says something, you say something and I get it in a one way, and I just like, what are you trying to say? So I have to come back and refrain to you, or
like slang terms in America. I can say something in the slang, what they call slang, and you'll take it completely.
Yeah, that was more than one time.
I mean, like, whoa, that's not what I meant. So, I got to sometimes explain it before I say it. But it's just, you just take it for granted that she knew what I meant,
So that is one thing about it. So, thank you for being here. Iris Paulina is from Huimanguillo, Tabasco. Un beso a mi querida sobrina. Saludos a todos los que se están sumando en YouTube o Facebook Live. Gracias por estar aquí. Hoy mi invitado es mi esposo, Greg, así que él está aquí conmigo. Estamos hablando acerca de nuestra experiencia. Betty? Yeah, Betty is not her. That is Betty, the one that have it. So, es nuestra experiencia acerca de cómo nuestra relación ha crecido y los obstáculos que hemos tenido acerca de nuestro matrimonio al paso del tiempo, ¿no? Y cómo, a pesar de que es un lenguaje diferente, todavía tenemos un poquito más de obstáculos de una persona que habla o una pareja que habla dos idiomas. So, ese es el mensaje de esta tarde. Gracias por estar aquí. Y bueno, do you wanna say something else before we go? you want to send a message about
Yeah,
something?
just all I can tell you is I think Patty and I, with the experiences of the making sure our 5 children. One thing is we did at the very beginning is we established one thing: children are the most important part of the whole relationship. So,
Yes.
and we both made that clear with each other in the very beginning that we had to make this work. Hopefully, the 5 kids can make it work. But we had to make sure that there's 5 kids and they're going to be loved all the same equally, because I come from a broken family and there was stepbrothers and sisters, and I said, I don't want to be anybody's stepdad. I don't want to be a stepdad. I want to be a dad. I don't want to be a stepdad. And that's one of the biggest things. And as far as our relationship goes, to compare it to me, what's a normal relationship? What would define normal to me?
Well, yeah,
Then we can understand that. But don't ever give up. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. There's been times that it's not been so fun. But it, don't let the language thing and all that stuff be a contributing factor. Don't make it, you're Mexican, you don't understand. No, well, you're American, you don't understand. Well, no, we don't understand each other completely because we are from 2 different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But embrace it. Embrace it. Don't hate it. Don't use it as an excuse. Don't just, don't use that as an excuse. The excuse might be yourself just being bullheaded, So
he has been patient with me a lot. So, but the other thing I want to say is you've been a challenge with my kids, with younger kids, because my kids are younger. But my challenge has been with my elderly kids. Your kids are older, so my relationship with them has been growing, more slowly because they all, yeah, and they live in a different. But I love them all.
Junior, there's the closest one. We got one in, we got 2 grandsons and a daughter in Florida. We got a grandson and son in Utah, Salt Lake City. And the closest one we have on older kids is in Zebulon, so that's the closest ones we have.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a son and daughter-in-law over there. And then, of course, we've got 2 daughters here and 2 grandchildren here. So fortunately, we get to see them a lot. And I wish we could see everybody the same amount of time.
We're dreaming about having a ranch and have all of them in there.
My dream is like to have 100 acres and 5 houses on that 100 acres. And not be able to see each house, but to know it's there, that we can get in the golf cart and drive over the hill to their house.
So if we hit the lottery, we do that, right?
Oh, that's my plan.
That was the first time that we are going to do, for sure.
So that would be definitely my plan, to have my family all that close. It would just make you relax. You just know where they're at all the time.
Yeah.
Just know that that they're all right there. But our family's grown. I think we've all grown really well together, and I think it's been really,
Mm-hmm.
I have not much more to say, but I can't keep praising it because that's people's going to think I'm crazy. But, well, I am crazy, but anyway.
Well, I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for watching this live, and I want to do something different because everything is going on around in the world. So I don't want to, talking about the same thing all the time. So I want to invite my husband, and he's the only one that he's around. So I don't have anybody.
We're not allowed to have people over.
No. So
we can only invite 8 people over because anything more than that.
My resource, my closer that I have is him. So I tell him, I say, you have to jump in, you have to do it. So thank you, honey. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
You're welcome very much.
And thank you for everybody to be here. I love you. See you on. Thank you for listening, and see you next time in live. I'm going to update a video soon in YouTube with guest that I have. There is going to be a elderly lady, 88 years old. It's going to be in Spanish, so it's a surprise. It's a surprise. It's a surprise. So I want to be here in YouTube with my new video about 80 8 years old lady. She is coming, and I'm going to interview her, and I'm going to talk to her about her experience about all her life. So be watching for my new video in YouTube. It's going to be in Spanish. Sorry, I'm going to introduce more things in English too. So I'm preparing myself. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Júntate conmigo y triunfarás. Les mando un beso y nos vemos pronto. Ciao, ciao.
I'm gonna fix this.
Yeah, he's going to fix that. So thank you, hon. All right, hold on. Let me finish.